How's everyone doing today? Today's game plan, make an ice cream cake. Now you might be asking yourself, why don't you just go to the store, grab an ice cream cake? There's gotta be loads of them, tons of options, lots of flavors. They're probably gonna be easy. It's way easier than doing this. Not probably, it's certainly easier than what we're about to do. But here's the kicker. They don't offer gluten-free ice cream cakes. So, to make that happen, you've got to make it at home. Got a lot of stuff here for us. We're going to be making a chocolate bottom, vanilla ice cream, Oreo filling with some homemade whipped cream on top. It's going to be great. Let's get cooking. So for today's ingredients, we've got quite the assortment here. You got vanilla and salt, and butter and sugar and instant pudding and an egg and cocoa powder and these gluten-free Oreos, and we got flour here in the back. We got this heavy whipping cream for the whipped cream we're going to be making by hand. We've got milk and oil, and we're going to need some water as well. You've got quite the assortment of stuff here. And then we've got this sweet pan. This pan is going to give us kind of more of the traditional ice cream cake, the round shape. I know we could make it in a square one, but I feel like the round is what I want. And then we've got this vanilla bean ice cream. Now, this is where my wife disagrees. She says French vanilla or plain vanilla is always better than vanilla bean, but she's wrong, and vanilla bean is obviously the best choice. And if you disagree with me, take it to the comments. I'll just tell you you're wrong there as well, but that's what we're going with today. All right, so our first step is going to be making the bottom layer. We're making a little chocolate sheet cake, chocolate chip sheet cake. And so we're gonna first start with mixing the dry ingredients. So we've got the flour here. I'm using Krusty's 1-to-1 gluten-free flour. And then we've got some cocoa powder, some baking soda, some salt, and then this instant pudding mix. It called for 3.9 ounces and it came in this perfectly sized box. So that's great. So let's get to it. Next, the recipe calls for us to mix together some other ingredients. We've got the milk, vanilla, sugar, egg, and then some oil. So here we go. Now let's get to mixing this stuff up. Our next step is to mix in the dry ingredients and some water. Now it's time for that one last ingredient. Time to pour in the chocolate chips. With our oven preheated to 350, all we've got left to do is spray the pan. And pour in our batter. Now one of the things we got to remember is that we're not using this entire pan to make the cake. We're just going to use a portion of it. So the bottom is pretty much about it. Next up, we're going to be making our whipped cream with our heavy whipping cream and our sugar. I'm using our little handy dandy whisk attachment here on our mixer. And the bowl has been in the freezer for a few minutes now. And so has the whisk attachment. It's a suggestion in the recipe so that when you're mixing this, it doesn't get too warm and all that. Once you've gotten it to this light and fluffy stage, you're ready to just stick it in the fridge and leave it there until we're ready to put it on the top of the cake. Alright, so the next step you're going to need to do before your cake comes out of the oven, you're going to want to smash up these Oreos, and then you're going to want to mix them with some butter, and that's going to be one of the crumbly fillings that's going to go kind of in between layers of ice cream and up on the top of the whipped cream. So I got a bag here, and the recipe calls for a pack of regular Oreos, and that's 36 Oreos, and my boxes of Latino Oreos are only 20 each, so I'm just going to use 2, and we're going to have 4 extra Oreos in our mix. Alright, get all the air out. Here we go. Alright, all it's left to do is mix this up into our bowl with butter. Now our final step is going to be to take the cake, our whipped cream, our crushed up cookies, our ice cream which has been softening out here, and our Hershey's syrup. And we're going to put the ice cream down, some cookie crumble down, some more ice cream, some more cookie crumble, some whipped cream, some Hershey's. It's going to be great. We're going to layer it all up in here. This has also been in the freezer for a little bit to make sure it's all cold and ready to go so the ice cream doesn't melt during our preparation of this cake. time to give it a taste. I'm excited. This is looking really good. I mean, you saw the film, so you be the judge, but I'll let you know how it tastes. That is so good. The whipped cream on top is just a perfect texture difference between the ice cream and then the cake and the cookie crumbles. And the Hershey's actually really adds to it because that Oreo flavor isn't all that chocolatey, but that Hershey's and the cocoa powder and the cake, wow, it's really popping. It's really good. Give it a try. It's really great. I mean, it beats going to the supermarket for sure. This is so much better. It tastes so much better. If you do make it, let me know. I'll catch you on the flip side.